Alright guys, I got this thing pretty cleaned up yesterday, at least one side of it. The paint actually does still have some shine to it, if you can see. Also did a tailgate, just clean all the junk out of the bed. I replaced all the bulbs in the taillights. Put a little tire shine on. This side I have not done yet, except this one little area right here. This was the first thing I did just to see how the paint would come out, but I have not done the rest of this side yet. Took it and just pressure washed it, and then I just kind of hit it with some a little bit of polish. But the interior looks pretty good. The only thing is I cannot figure out how to get this boot to stay down in there. I don't know if it's because this part right here is kind of dry rotted and missing half of it, but it's like if I try to wedge this in there, it just pops up on the other side. So I haven't really figured that out yet. The seat looks really good. I shampooed the mats. I actually used some fabric paint or something like that and just sprayed the carpet just to get rid of the staining. Like there's a lot of like rust stains and things like that, and I think it matched pretty well. I kind of just lightly went over the door sill too, and it was a pretty close match. Yeah, stereo's in, works good. Got this other speaker back on. Tightened up the light. Let me turn that back on door. That's pretty tight. I have not worked on this window yet, but I did get the other side a little bit better. I hit these with some black paint real quickly because they were really nasty. New corner lights are in. Put some back to black on the front. I did not do this cap. I did do this side, so it does make it look a little better. I'm sure it won't last very long. I do plan on painting that stuff, which of course smearing some junk on there probably isn't good for that. The hood actually looks a lot better now that it's been pressure washed. It's really just the fenders that look the worst. But I just got some headlights in that I'm going to put on. It's been sitting since yesterday, so we're going to do a cold start. I have gotten this much better than it was the other day. Neutral. So I gave it 3 pumps usually. We'll do one more for good measure. Fires right up. Runs at higher RPMs. I don't know what RPM it's actually running at. Yeah, the radio kicks right on the Bluetooth mode there. Fan is working on all the speeds. You hear the idle is coming up as it warms up a little bit. So it's kind of warm today. It's about 51 degrees. This window, let's see, I can get it to go all the way down at least. It's still, I'm not entirely sure what happens to these. I took the panel off yesterday and tried to lubricate everything. At least the driver's window goes down. All right, so I'm going to kick the throttle and it goes right down to low idle. I'm just going to move it over here. And we're going to install these headlights. But I'll show you this nice smooth idling engine first though. How about that? Shaking a little bit. It's pretty good. Very quiet. Right now I have the electric choke hooked up to 12 volts. Well, I guess really it's more like 14 when the car is running, or the engine is running. I just kind of have it plugged in there. I still have the 7-volt wire down here. I may go back and switch it back to the 7-volt to see how it does, because I was still in the process of kind of dialing things in. I might be able to tweak the mixture a little bit to get it to idle a little bit smoother. It definitely, I can get it to where it's pretty much just stable, like it doesn't shake at all. But compared to how it was, this is pretty good. I have not messed with the timing at all yet. I know sometimes people are advancing the timing a little up to about 12 degrees. I may play around with that a little bit, but I've driven the truck quite a bit, and it seems to pretty much drive just fine right now. So I think for right now it's good, and we'll come back to it, because again, it's not my truck. I'm just trying to get this thing to where it's reliable enough for my buddy to drive it, and we're kind of at that point right now. The main thing was waiting on the headlights, which I'm going to throw in there right now. We got these Auxito H4 bulbs, LED bulbs, and then these housings right here. I already installed one of them to make sure it goes in, but these should look almost exactly the same as the stock bulbs when they're off. Very similar style. They'll still retain the OEM appearance, but they'll actually be a lot brighter. Go ahead and get these put in. I'm sure you guys know how to replace headlight bulbs. I mean, I think I'm gonna have to take the grill off. Or if I can just get it out of there without, yeah, I think I can, maybe. Just kind of sneak it out. I mean, you really can't tell the difference. And you can if you look at them closely, but if you're just walking by, you're not going to think this is some stupid LED light. Because I really hate the LED lights that most people use in these kind of housings. They just blind you. It has this boot. I can go around it. It does say top. These lights were very inexpensive too, compared to what like the name brand ones cost. These were only like $26, I think, something like that. Yeah, I'm not really worried about this. I don't think there's really a huge point to putting this on. It may not even fit over the LED bulb. The halogen bulb's probably smaller there. I think I remember seeing, yeah, it has these tabs, which I don't think we really need. So I want to just bend them out of the way. Just kind of bent them in a little bit. Oh yeah. Definitely looks like a big difference. It is a little loose in there. It's probably gonna drive me crazy. I'm probably gonna have to do that. But at least it works. At least it's a lot brighter. actually seems like just putting it at the bottom makes it tight enough. Yeah, just putting a little strip of cardboard at the bottom gets it tighter, so that's good. I think that one was definitely a lot older than the other one. The reason I say that is this one says Stanley, Japan. This one says Sylvania, China. It just looks, this one just looks older. Come like this. That just lifts right off. I do not have any bulbs in them. Just a little stopper in there. When I buy LED bulbs for headlights, I usually look to see if they have the filaments, I'm sorry, the LEDs lined up kind of like this. This is a dual filament setup where it's the high and lows in the same housing. So one of these is high, one of these is low, but they put these in pretty much the same place that the actual filament would be in the H4 bulb, so that it actually puts the light in the same area that it would with the halogen bulb, only it's a lot brighter usually. If you get the ones that just have bulbs all over the, or LEDs all over the place, it's just going to blind everybody. It's not going to really do what you want. You're not really going to see a good beam on the road. And of course, if it was just, like a H11 or a 9006 or something like that, you would just see like one little strip of it's like 3 little LED modules. These do seem to take a little effort to get them to push down flat. Let's see, was I gonna try? You can't really put that on the bulb first because you have to get this down. Yes, this one actually is slightly damaged. This is pushed down too far in here. Okay, there it goes. Should be more like that. The other one was fine. Yeah, I couldn't get the little tabs in there. I don't know if I just did that now or what. Yeah. Now you can push these in little grooves, although I did need pliers to do the other one. Oop. There it goes. Just like that. I guess you can easily know which way is up because it has writing on the front, so just have that face up. And this does say top on it. This would be like the drain. But yeah, I just can't get that over it. It goes right over this easily, which is probably the size of the actual bulb, and that's quite a bit smaller. So I don't think we can use these. But I don't think it's going to be a problem. Bend these little tabs in. Just a little bit. I don't even know what they're there for. And I guess we'll do the little strip again. It seemed to work fine on that side. Yeah, it's pretty snug. Yeah, so definitely pretty good. Pretty bright, but they have a cutoff. I don't know if you can see, but it definitely cuts off pretty good. You can see the beam pattern. And the driveway is a little bit sloped. High, low. I do think the right side is a little high, so I might try to bring that down, although looking at these adjusters, I don't know, but I definitely think the right side is a little high, so I'll play around with that and put the grill back on, fix that connector on the light, and I think she's good to go. All right, there's the final result. Got everything back in there. The lights look really good. I kind of aimed them a little bit off of my garage door, but I definitely don't think they're going to be too blinding to anybody. There seems to be a pretty good beam cutoff. Pretty happy with it. All right, guys, thanks for watching.